Most people assume the biggest question after you quit a job is a practical one. They believe it is a question of numbers, a calculation of savings, runway budgets. How much money do I have in the bank? How long can I make it last before I need to worry? We are taught to focus on this figure, a tangible, solid number you can write down, supposed to represent security, meant to answer our deepest financial fears. So we create spreadsheets and track expenses, believing if we control the numbers, we control the outcome. And yet, this is not the question that stays with us, not the number on the screen that wakes us at night. The real question is quieter, more subtle, harder to articulate. It lives between the inhale and the exhale. A feeling, not a fact. Not about the dollar amount saved, about the life we are stepping into, about our own capacity, resilience, worth. Now the steady paycheck has fallen away. Numbers are a distraction from the deeper inquiry. The world wants financial planning. It encourages thinking in terms of goals, metrics. What if the goal is not a destination, but a new way of being? What if success is not accumulation, but adaptation? Conversations with financial advisors, families, ourselves circle back to predictable points. They focus on what if running out of money, rarely touch the internal shift already happening, the quiet destabilization no one prepares you for. The number one question, the one that echoes in an empty afternoon, is not about your account balance. It's simpler and more profound. Whispers to the self, am I going to be okay? Not about the dollar amount in the bank, about your financial rhythm, finding a new pulse, a new cadence for life after the drumbeat of a salary goes silent. We think we search for a safety net of money, but we are seeking inner stability. The idea of a financial rhythm feels unfamiliar at first. We are conditioned to think of money in static terms, a salary, a budget, a savings goal. These are fixed points on a map. They offer a sense of direction and control. But when you leave the structured world of a 9-to-5 job, you step off that map. You enter a landscape where the terrain is constantly shifting. The income may not arrive on the same day each month. The expenses might ebb and flow in ways you did not anticipate. The old landmarks are gone. You are left to navigate by a different set of stars. This is where the concept of rhythm becomes so important. It is not about having a precise amount of money. It is about understanding the flow. It is about learning the natural cadence of your own financial life. When does money come in? When does it need to go out? How do you feel during the periods of abundance? How do you navigate the moments of scarcity? This is a lived experience, not a theoretical exercise. It is a dance between planning and improvisation, between what you expect and what the day actually brings. It is a deeply personal and emotional journey. Think of it like learning a new piece of music. At first, you are just focused on hitting the right notes. You are clumsy and uncertain. Your fingers stumble on the keys. But with practice, you start to feel the melody. You begin to understand the pauses, the crescendos, the quiet passages. The music starts to live inside of you. Your financial life after quitting is much the same. You are not just managing numbers on a spreadsheet. You are learning the unique song of your new reality. You are discovering a rhythm that is yours and yours alone. So let's talk about that reality. Not the hyped up version you see online, filled with promises of instant freedom and overnight success. Let's talk about the true financial reality of leaving a steady job. Let's explore the quiet, often unspoken process of finding your financial rhythm. This is not a conversation about how to get rich quick. It is a reflection on how to feel steady when the ground beneath you is moving. It is about how to answer that deep, quiet question, am I going to be okay? Not with a number, but with a newfound sense of inner balance. This is the moment most people stop thinking. We do the math, we check the app, We calculate the runway. We project our income and tally our expenses. We do all the logical, sensible things we are taught to do. We treat our lives like a business plan. We believe if the numbers add up, we will feel secure. But then the calculation ends. A different kind of awareness begins to surface. It is the awareness of pure feeling, the raw, unfiltered emotional response to the numbers on the page. Here, the real story unfolds. This is where the meaning quietly shifts. The spreadsheet cannot hold the feeling of waking up with a knot of anxiety in your stomach, even when the bank balance is healthy. It cannot quantify the jolt of joy from an unexpected compliment, which can feel more valuable than the small check that came with it. We think our financial decisions are driven by reason, but often they are piloted by deep, unspoken feelings. The fear of not being enough, the desire for validation, the quiet hope that we are on the right path. This is the point where the numbers become secondary. The emotional truth takes center stage. We stop thinking, we start feeling. We feel the weight of our independence. We feel the vulnerability of being untethered from a system that once defined our worth. And in that feeling, we are confronted with a choice. We can retreat into the safety of calculation, running the numbers again and again to soothe anxiety. Or we can sit with the feeling, allow it to be there, and listen to what it is telling us about our fears, our desires, what we truly value beyond the balance sheet. This is the pivot point, the quiet turn in the road where the journey becomes less about financial management and more about self-discovery. It is the moment we realize the question, am I going to be okay, cannot be answered by a calculator. It can only be answered by learning to navigate our inner world. The numbers gave us a map. The feelings teach us how to read the terrain. This is where the hard work and the most meaningful work truly begins. It is the transition from doing to being. If this feels familiar, stay with me. This transition is like the body learning a new heartbeat. For years, your life was paced by the steady, predictable drum of a salary. Every 2 weeks or every month, the beat would arrive. Thump, thump. It was a rhythm you could rely on. It set the tempo for your spending, your saving, your planning. Your entire system, your nervous system, your sense of security, your view of the future was synchronized to this external pulse. You didn't have to think about it, it was just there. Then you step away and the steady beat stops. In its place, there is a silence that feels like a skipped beat, a frightening arrhythmia. Your body, so accustomed to the old rhythm, goes into a state of alert. It is searching for the familiar pulse, and when it cannot find it, it signals danger. This is the source of that free-floating anxiety, the sleepless nights, the feeling of being in freefall. Your system is trying to recalibrate. It is trying to find a new internal rhythm to replace the one that has been lost. It is a deeply physical and unconscious process. The new heartbeat is not steady, it is improvisational. It is the syncopated rhythm of a freelance life. It is the quick fluttering beat of a new idea, followed by the slow, patient tempo of waiting for a response. It is the strong, confident thump of a paid invoice, the faint, barely there beat of a lean week. Learning this new rhythm is not an intellectual exercise. Your body has to learn it. You have to live through the cycles of fast, slow, loud, quiet, until they start to feel less like a crisis and more like a natural cadence. This is the metaphor that knits the experience and the finances together. Your financial life is no longer something happening outside of you. It is a pulse within you. You begin to feel the flow of money in and out as a part of your own circulatory system. You learn to anticipate the lulls and prepare for them, not with fear, but with wisdom. You learn to ride the waves of abundance with gratitude, not recklessness. Your body is slowly, quietly learning to trust this new organic heartbeat. It is learning that it can sustain you even without the old familiar drum. So we arrive here not at an answer, but at a more refined question. We began with the assumption that the goal was to find a number. We have walked through the quiet mornings, the conscious choices, the difficult art of saying a graceful no. We have explored how the steady beat of a salary is replaced. We have seen how our plans collide with reality and how we learn to find stability, not in a blueprint, but in our own ability to adapt. The journey reveals that the initial question was flawed. We were asking, how much money do I need to be okay? But the real inquiry, after all the calculations, is much deeper. It asks what it truly means to be okay. Is it a static state of being, a destination we finally reach, or is it a dynamic process, a way of being in the world? Is security found in a predictable income, or in the trust we build with ourselves to navigate the unpredictable? This is the question that lingers. This new life shows being okay isn't absence of uncertainty. It's about learning to live with it, finding inner steadiness, feeling the rhythm steady within you. The financial rhythm isn't just a tool for managing money, it's a practice for cultivating inner resilience. The essay offers no neat conclusion. This isn't a problem to solve. It's a state of being to inhabit. The question is left open for your quiet moments. It is an invitation to look beyond the balance sheet and listen for the personal rhythm emerging in your life. It is in that quiet listening that you might find the only answer that truly matters. This reflection does not end here. It is not meant to be a final word, but rather a starting point for your own inner conversation. The feelings we have touched upon are not unique to you. They are part of a shared human experience. There is a quiet strength in knowing that you are not walking this road alone. The purpose of this space, this channel, is to hold these kinds of conversations, to explore the questions that do not have easy answers. The themes of finding your rhythm, defining your own success, and navigating uncertainty are woven throughout the conversations we have here. This is not the end of the story, but merely a pause. It is a moment to breathe before continuing the journey. If this stayed with you, there's another reflection on this channel that continues the conversation. It waits for you whenever you are ready to listen again.